Hey everyone, Master Chris from Kumgang Martial Arts Academy. I'm here with my helpers, Tyler and Arnav. So we're going to be doing a triple kick today. Triple kick is one of those things that's extremely easy and very hard depending on how you do it. A lot of it is taught a little bit kind of wrong, or they're just like, oh, here's how you do it, and then they try to have you figure it out from there. So I always break it down into very easy steps. So we always start with like a jumping front snap kick where I say, okay guys, like bring one leg up and just do a jumping front snap kick, boom, right? And you'll notice everyone wants to land on that kicking leg. The next thing we have to do is start to rewire their brain, because since they always want to land on that other leg, then when we start to do triple kick, that's the first thing that they're going to want to do, and that's difficult because when we do a triple kick, it's got to be leg up, switch kick, and then kick again. So I usually jump switch, land over here, and kick here, but now I've got to get this foot to kick, and then this foot to kick one more time. So one of the first things that I try to do, and it's a very basic drill, is I'll have my students bring one knee up in the air, and then it'll take a little bit to rewire their brain, but I tell them to jump and switch. So this knee is going to come above this knee, so it's going to switch and then switch back. All right, so same thing. That knee is going to come up and it's going to switch. That knee is going to come up and it's going to switch, all right, without this foot ever touching the ground. Now, if they have a hard time doing that, then we use, things like this. So we over here, and I just have them practice bringing one leg up, and I'll just say, jump, touch this leg to my hand here, boom, boom, and work on bringing that back. And then you can also do certain things. Let's use you, Arnav, right here in the middle, okay? So let's say you don't have anything that they can grab onto and lift, right? We can just do something where he grabs my shoulder, he grabs Tyler's shoulder, right? And then he brings one knee up, he'll jump, and we'll hold him, switch, all right? So you can always do things to support them as they do that. Now, once they've already gotten that and they can already do the movement pretty easily, we can go right into just turning that into a drill that I'll use in my regular everyday class. So we'll say, okay guys, on the line, right? And all the way down, let's do triple kick, just knee chamber drills, okay? Don't actually do the kick, just go for the chamber, right? Ready, go. All right, 1, 2, all right? And so as they go, we're just 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's something that you don't have to be able to jump really high for. That helps a lot, but it's not something that's absolutely necessary like it is for many other kicks. You can be here and just kind of, and there's your triple kick. Now we're going to start to do a little bit of what we do as our secondary drill following this easy chamber drill. All right?
A few moments later.
3 go, or?
No, like go.
It's going now?
Yeah, it's going.
Okay, cool. All right, so the first thing we did is, because like a part of a front snap kick is bend, extend, bring it back, and land, right? So that's why we start with the leg bend. Now we're going to start with just a very bad kick. And again, I always tell my students, like, it's okay to look like hot garbage, because eventually that's going to get better. So you start terrible and you work your way up to great, or anything in between. So since we're not going to be doing a kick with our knees completely bent, then I start to have them, right, I'm like, okay guys, so let's do this with a pointed foot, right? So it's like they're doing a front snap kick almost to the shin, right? So everyone has one leg out, and it's the exact same drill, but now it gets them to bring their leg forward, okay? So, when I say, get ready to do the drill, all right, so go ahead and follow along here, right? So we're here, ready, and Tyler, go. Okay, so the foot goes forward. It's almost like they're doing little baby kicks, right? All right, now go ahead, go. All right, Alex. All right. So Alex is like a toddler. How old are you again? 8. So she can do triple kicks, no problem, and she's like 5 years old. So that's what. Now I do the same thing like I did before. We're right here on the line. Okay, guys, and let's start. Just as a regular running drill. Ready and go. You're here, and we're using our feet going forward. Triple kick, extravaganza. Triple kick, extravaganza. All right. And so that's kind of how we start to bring this into, as soon as you're pointing your foot forward, at that point you can just put targets out And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can put the targets out, and now we can actually start to hit targets with a triple front snap kick, even though it looks terrible.
Hot garbage.
Right now, all right? So we're gonna get a couple targets and kind of show that to you.
All right, chumps, let's do this!
Welcome back to this change of angles. We're gonna have them they're gonna run through and just work getting the footsteps, the approach correctly, and then they're not gonna do a huge jump. They're just gonna do that little kind of foot flutter that we did before and just work on touching the targets. You know, we don't have to slam into the targets. This is not about power. It's just about, like, now we actually have targets that we want to make contact with our foot on those targets. And this is an easy way to start that. So once they start getting that foot flutter, which will come right after that knee exchange, then we can start just putting targets out. So it'll usually go, if you only have a few people to hold, then one person can hold 2, one person can hold 1, and we'll just get it right in the center. So you want to evenly distribute these, and a lot of the times you're going to angle it towards whoever's kicking. All right. So I'm here, it's 1, 2, and 3, and we'll just hold here, right? And then when Tyler goes, you know, we don't have to do a full sprint. You know, he can kind of walk up with a trot, go ahead, right? He can just jog up, nice and easy, and then 1, 2, 3, right? Just very, so Alex is coming. Sometimes if they're shorter, we'll lower it, right? Right, 1, 2, 3. Same thing with Arnav. And so even though these guys are all different heights, different ages, it's the same exact height for everyone, just to get everyone kind of in the motion of tapping targets with their feet. So now when we raise it or we extend it, it becomes you know, something that's still familiar. They know where to aim their feet. Whenever I hold this, like no matter who's holding, even though we're angling it, I try to get the very tip of the target to connect. So if I'm here, it's almost like this. So I'm here. So because otherwise you'll start getting like the I don't know, the country bumpkin kick, you know, where people are like kicking out like this, right? And it doesn't look very good at all. So you have people like, nah, trying to kick the targets, and it doesn't work. So as we do this, right, you want them to be able to keep everything in line with their hips. So this comes forward, boom, boom, boom. And so as you line your targets up, you don't want them like my target is way over here, okay, because then I have to kick all the way to the outside in order to hit that. All right, so we have one more thing to show you, which is kind of when we actually start to extend the targets and you know, other options. So eventually, once we go here, we start to elevate everything. Now you want it to be like a ladder. My first target, you have to understand, like as you're jogging, they're going to be kind of just lifting this leg, okay? It doesn't have to be like a bring their leg up and snap it. It's going to be swinging off the ground to help you jump, right? Just like that. So it's like 1, 2, 3, okay? So even though your first target should be the lowest, it shouldn't be like all the way on the ground because it's hard to scoop up into that. So I keep it about knee level, okay? No matter who this is for, whether it's for like the shortest person or the tallest person, all right? So we started about here, but now we're gonna start to increase it. So the middle has raised. I'm bringing this down just a little bit. The tips are still pretty much able to connect here, so I angle it forward, all right? Angle forward here, okay? And then the third one. So I've built this like a staircase. So this is a great place to start when they're starting to get a little bit better, right? This is up to about Alex's chest, this last one. All right, so Alex, go ahead. So here. All right, so nice and easy, right? And so as we do that, we start to extend, right? Now for Tyler and Arnav, I kind of like have to stretch this. This is when it's very handy to have multiple people holding, so all 3 people. So I start to extend like this, right? This is still about the same height. That can come up and over, you know, you kind of just like try to evenly distribute. So by the time that we end up, again, these are all pretty much close in the front of the targets. So yeah, at this point, Tyler's able to go, really extend, right? He runs a little bit faster. It's no longer like a trot, it's an actual run. Same thing, Arnav, right? I can't really stretch anymore, but all right? So they're actually able to extend their kicks all the way forward. So that's kind of the basic gist of the triple kick. It's a nice place to start. But yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, because I assume I'm putting this on YouTube or whatever. If you have other tricks that you'd like to learn, let me know.
Like and subscribe!
I will catch you guys on the, how do you sign off? I don't, bye.
Hot garbage?